The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining me today. We're outside of Vergas, and we have come over to the wonderful community of Pelican Rapids. And as you can see, we got Harry back here, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. First of all, the Hairy Man has kind of become a little bit of a mascot of the community of Vergas. You'll see him in different areas and that, and anybody who has even grown up in the area of Vergas kind of knows about Hairy Man sightings, okay? And of course, the Vergas Community Club has created an opportunity that we've got Hairy Man Days, and so we call it I Outran the Hairy Man because we've got the 5K going on, but that's always done in October. And so Patrick Shannon out at Forest Edge Gallery created this. I mean, it's metal. It's heavy, right?
It is heavy.
And I'll introduce Doug Brueggemann right here, as he's from the Pelican Rapids schools here. And anyway, Patrick Shannon created this Hairy Man for us, and we've had him on the Vergas trails. We've had him uptown in Vergas. We've created opportunities for visuals or just photo ops for tourists and that are there. But I think one day I got a call, and it was the most unusual call, and it's like, hey, can we borrow Harry? And I'm like, oh, okay. And that call came from Doug Brueggemann, and he explained to me, which he's going to go on to explain to you, a little bit of his vision of wanting to use the Hairy Man. And I thought, what a neat opportunity for the two communities to work together, especially with such an awesome thing that you've got going on here, Doug. So I've rambled enough. I'm going to turn this over to you and tell me what's going on.
First of all, appreciate you letting us use Harry. He's been a hit here in Pelican Rapids, and the storyline kind of behind Harry is that this past summer I was visiting with my son, and we were talking just about life in general and talking about goals and things like that. And he goes, you know, Dad, sometimes you need to have a big, hairy, audacious goal. And I was like, I like that. It just kind of clicked with me. And so, of course, I'm educator. I turned it into how can I use this to make our school better. And so instead of a goal, I kind of came up with a vision. So it's a big, hairy, audacious vision. And my vision for our school was that we have a school where everybody's seen, known, and loved, where you know you're cared about, that you have the opportunity to be you and to be treated well, and also, you know, pursue your goals and dreams in life. And I thought that's a great vision. It's a hairy, it's an audacious vision, but I think that's a great vision for all schools to have. And so
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second, Doug, because when you're talking about that, I mean, you think of the Hairy Man, and some people think, oh my gosh, how scary he is, because you know, if you see a big beast out there. But some of the things that you brought together with that is the fact that he just wants to be him.
Yes.
And you've got that, you have that in there with your kids. They just want to be them.
Yeah, and it's true. We talk about this guy being kind of like the hide and seek champion of the world, and it's just basically because he's a little bit misunderstood. And so what we're trying to do is bring Harry out and let him show the rest of the students, or use him to show the rest of the students that, hey, I might be big, I might be hairy, I might be audacious, but I'm still a creature that wants to spread love, and that's what we've been really using them for. So what I did is took that, and I was like, okay, what would be a good, for my big, hairy, audacious vision, what would be a good visual to kind of share with the students? And that's when I came up with Harry. And Harry is actually an acronym for, you use H, stands for heart, to have caring. A is attitude, and just have an attitude of gratitude was our big thing during the Thanksgiving break. Then we have our R for respect. And then the second R, kind of out of the ordinary, but resiliency. Because we live in a world that really challenges us when it comes to looking for and doing the right thing. And so sometimes we really have to be resilient, because the world does bring us down every once in a while. And then the why. I think every vision, every goal, you need to understand the why. And the why is so that we create the best possible school best possible culture that we can.
You know, I sit there and listen to you, and I wish my kids were back in school, you know, being able to be with an educator and just a vision like that, Doug. The resiliency thing is really a key word right now, because things aren't the same as they were 10 years ago in schools, are they?
No, it actually really fit in well with all the, you know, of course we got the COVID. We got a lot of political discord and social discord, and there's a lot of stuff out there that people see that's all about, oh man, if you don't like something, just strike out and tell people about it. And what we're really trying to do here is say that there's a better way to be. And our motto for this month right now is we got H for heart, and our motto that we put up on the board is that the good you do will come back to you. And what we're trying to impress upon students is that you'll be so much more effective and have a much more rewarding and happy life the more you do for others. That servant leadership type of stuff.
Yeah.
And so Harry's been awesome. I mean, because we can use those acronyms, we can use him. We had a heart on him just a little bit earlier because this month we are also raising food for the food shelf.
Sure.
And so
he's a walking billboard.
He's a walking billboard, exactly. So it's been awesome to have him in the school.
I think when you were talking about some of the things, the negativity and the COVID and things like that, those kind of things can kind of bring you down. And especially when you're coming to school and you're starting your day out and maybe things aren't really like the way you want to see them. How can you not run into something like this and then just smile?
Yes.
And just kind of jolts you out of that?
Yeah, and that's, you know, we're finding that not only in Pelican Rapids schools, but all the schools in the area and across the nation, that there's a lot of true struggles that are going on mentally as people try to get a grip with what's happening and with all the uncertainties. And so I think for us to just send a message and to be able to visualize it with things like the Hairy Man, it does help. It does give people something to go, oh, hey, yeah, remember Harry? He talked about having heart, hey, having the right attitude, oh, hey, being respectful, you know, and those are messages that we can't hear enough of.
Well, and that's so true. I mean, and you have the unique opportunity and just an awesome opportunity working with young people. Doug, would you be willing to come back on a second show and bring some of your students on, and just I would love to hear how this has worked out for them. And the Vergas Community Club, you know, is pretty proud of Harry, you know, just because of the fact that we like having him as a mascot in town. But I'm hoping anybody who watches this today and sees it, you know, coming, you know, in the future, can put some of those attitudes not only in the school but just in their everyday life.
Yeah, that would. I tell you what, if we can have kids drive by and just in the future, anytime they come across even the abominable snowman and
right.
you know, any kind of Bigfoot thing, they can all of a sudden register
that memory.
But would love to come back next week and bring some students to hear what they have to say. And we also have maybe a teacher or two that would talk.
Okay, I think that would really be great. And so, like I said, the community club was happy to send Harry down the road from Vergas to Pelican Rapids schools. And now what you have to do is have to come to Vergas and try to find him so that you can remember some of those great things. So you stay tuned. We're going to get some students on, and they're going to be able to tell you how this affected them and how that whole program that it took a lot of, I mean, it doesn't just happen, Doug. And so I thank you for being the educator that you are and championing for those students.
Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to share this. Just want to tell the audience that, hey, Harry isn't scary. He's a visionary. And in Pelican Rapids, he's walking the hallways, the library, and in our classrooms.
Awesome. You have a good day in Vergas.